Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you two selections for tomorrow's horse racing action. Before I get into that, I quickly just want to reflect on how our tips performed today. In the end, it wasn't a bad day here on the YouTube channel as we had some good results. The first one of them was Lamailos for Harry and Dan Skelton. Absolutely hosed up on his stable debut for the yard. Was very, very impressive. The further he went, the better he got, and he could be a horse to follow this season. He was advertised on the YouTube channel last night 5-1, went off around about 3-1 favourite, I think, in the end. But there was a lot to like about him, and I think he's, like I say, a horse to follow. He's actually got an entry at Newbury later in the month in the Coral Gold Cup, which is the race formerly known as the Labrooks and the Hennessy. Always get confused with that name of that race now, but still, nonetheless, it was a good result there from Lamailos. The other horse that ran well for us was the Nap Hunter School. Got the each way money in third place. Probably just didn't see out the trip quite as well as his other rivals, but I'm not complaining too much. It was a good run from him, and yeah, a nice bit of each way profit. And the other horse that ran for us, the Longshot, Galaxy Macalo, to be fair to her, she actually ran well for quite a long way. She was up in the vanguard throughout, making most of the running and probably doing most of the donkey work. Just paid her chances of hanging on. And she was quite tired at the end of her race, but I'm not complaining too much about her. She was a big price, and I think she outran her odds, but just wasn't to be on the day. So all in all, some good results, and fingers crossed we can keep up the form moving in to tomorrow's racing. So, like I say, two selections for tomorrow's racing. We're going to go to Market Rasen for the first one of them, where we go to the 3:15, a horse called Fantastic Lady for Nico de Boinville and Nikki Henderson. Currently available at 9-4. Going to go my next best here with a 1-point win bet. Now, this horse, Fantastic Lady, was very progressive over fences last season. She was actually last seen in the Topham, which I just think you can put a line through that run. She comes here for a seasonal reappearance, but I think she could have a bit more to offer and a bit more scope over fences this season. She's from a lovely family as well, including the likes of Casablanca Mix, who I believe might won this race for the same connections a few years ago now, but she should stay the trip. She's got plenty of stamina in her pedigree, and I think the ground shouldn't be a problem for her as well. So a lot to like about her chances. Nikki Henderson had a really good day at Kempton earlier in the week, and I just think his horses are coming into their own now, and it could be the time to follow his stable. So that's why I'm putting that horse up as my next best of the day. The Nap then runs at Taunton in the last race on the card for the Mayor's Handicap Hurdle. We go to the 4:10 with a horse called Molliana, who I believe I might have actually put up to win this race last year for Tom Scudamore and Neil Mulholland. Currently available at 4-1. I thought this horse was a little bit overpriced here. She ran really well at Hereford when she finished fourth last month. That was actually not a bad race for the grade, behind the likes of Famous Lane of Ryan Potter, who had been in previously good form. So I think you can mark up that performance. She's a horse that seems to come well into herself at this time of year. I don't know why. Sometimes horses perform better certain parts of the year, but she shouldn't mind the ground. She's a course and distance winner. Yes, I know she is £3 higher, but I think the race could set her up for her quite nicely. And I just think this has probably been her main target, and this could be her Gold Cup tomorrow. And for me, compared to some of the others in here, I'd rather be siding with her. So yeah, she's going to be my nap of the day in the 4:10 at Taunton. So they're the two tips then for tomorrow's racing. Keeping it brief, keeping it simple. Hopefully we can have some good results there. If you're enjoying these videos, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe here to the YouTube channel at Lucky Loaders 15. Please remember to gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you again soon.